But let's go back to a moment in time. And Sheed was just talking about the early 2000s here. Every episode, I like to take Sheed back and have him guess as to what occurred in the life of Rasheed Wallace on this day. And today's date, Sheed, is May 24th, 2004. Again, this one should be obvious once you put the date together.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so
but let me see. I'm trying to think. You said the 24th May, so I'm trying to think the game. So that's May 24th. That might be.
What about the opponent?
Opponent. It's either the Pacers or.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Okay, so we've got two videos to show you today, the first of which is only 30 seconds long, but you're walking through the halls. Can we hit play on this? There's going to be some audio. You make a little bit of a guarantee.
Determined to bolster the Pistons' confidence, Rasheed Wallace issued a bold proclamation prior to Game 2.
Y'all put it in the front page, back page, middle page, wherever. Headliners, column 1 or 2. We will win Game 2. Back it off. We will win Game 2.
Everyone probably thought that.
So there's
but no one had.
That's
my man, Mike James.
Say it. And so he was able, I believe he was able to say what everyone was thinking.
And then the second video we're going to show you is the game itself. You guarantee victory against the Pacers in Game 2 of the conference finals, and you get a victory. But I had to single this particular game out, Sheed, because the final score was 72-67. That is a halftime score in today's game. Y'all locked down defensively, 72-67. Ugly game, but it comes out a W. And take me through as we're going to run the highlights here. Not a whole lot of scoring, but you made the guarantee. What was the game plan coming into this? Because y'all were down 1-0.
Well, we knew that we could get them. The first game, we felt as though, and I'm not taking nothing away from them. They did play a good game. But we knew that, okay, it was maybe a bucket or two that swayed the difference in that game. So we was like, all right, we know we can get these cats. And that's just the way that we felt. We all felt that going into the locker room after, we had our post-game meeting and everything. We knew we went over a few things right then and there where we went wrong. Cats took blame for, the shit that they did. So we went on to the next one. So I had that confidence with it. And then the thing about it, I didn't even say nothing. It wasn't like I planned that. I didn't plan it. I just had the confidence and knew, like, yo, like, man, yeah, we're going to get this game right here. I already know. I felt it. It was something I just felt. I didn't, like I said, I didn't plan it. I wasn't the night before, like, yo, this y'all see me the second game when the media come out, watch it. I say, nah, it was just something I felt. And I was like, yo, yeah, I guarantee we're going to get Game 2. I know it, and I felt it. So, again, as I said, it was just a matter of a couple of possessions between either side. Like that Game 1, they had, better possessions. They came up with it more. Game 2, that's when we had it. But, hey, we came out there and we did the damn thing. Everybody just put our head down and we went to work. There was no complaining. There was nobody in that locker room that said to me, "Sheed, why you say that dumb shit?" Nobody in the front office said to me, "Sheed, why you say that dumb shit?" No, it was. We all felt it, man. I guess that's the best way for me to describe that. For that second game, for that series, we all felt it.
In elevator pitch, because we could turn the entire episode into this if we wanted. Again, the final score here is 72-67. They just showed a graphic where the leading scorer was Mehmet Okur in the second quarter with 5 total points. You guys got to 10 points with just a couple of seconds left in the first. Why are the scores so low? Because y'all are talented basketball players. We're watching highlights of Jermaine O'Neal, yourself, Chauncey Phillips. There's some Hall of Famers out here. And it couldn't have been that much better defense. Was the game officiated differently? The styles, are y'all just trying to barrel through each other at the paint? Or is the defense really that entrenched? Because there's a wide open Reggie Miller 3 right there. We see that in today's game. What on earth could possibly keep this 72-67?
I think what it was, we value possessions more. It's playoff time. It wasn't a whole lot of. I think I mentioned this a few shows ago. Valuing the ball more. You got to take come playoff time. Your turnovers, everything that's negative, you got to take it down. So like again, if you averaging like as a team, if you averaging 10 or 12 turnovers, okay, come playoff time, that shit got to be like 6 turnovers, anywhere no higher than 8. You know what I'm saying? Because again, as I just mentioned a second ago, that was the key difference in the game. It was a turnover here or there, or maybe a bad shot that we might have took that they capitalized on the fast break points and all of that. So a couple of possessions was the difference in that game, man. But it was a doozy, though. I'll tell you that much. It was a doozy. And then the thing I like about it as well, one, as I said, everybody, we valued the ball different. And then two, at least for this Pistons team, everybody contributed. Everybody contributed. And their main guys was Jermaine and Reggie. We knew that. But who was our main guy? Shit, it was like everybody. You know what I'm saying? So it was that team effort. As I said, for that second game, we felt it, man. And they came through with the Guaransheed.
The Guaransheed game here in game 2. They just showed a graphic that the Pistons had, I think, 19 bench points, and you had 30 total points for the game. So talking about getting everyone involved, that to say the least. You got Mehmet Okur out there leading scoring. Here comes Chauncey down the paint, dishing. I mean, it all looks so easy. And then I keep looking at this damn scoreboard, and it's 37-39 here going into halftime. A whole bunch of dumping the ball down in the block, a half-court set. Haven't seen a whole lot of fast breaks. So I think the pace of the game, as well as valuing the ball and a turnover and how valuable points were because they were hard to come by. These are some tough shots, man. Reggie Miller, I mean, he made that look easy, but if you got to if you got to live like that, man, that's a tough way. But the Pistons are going to force you into this rock fight style half-court set, and it's ultimately why the defense ended up being. It's now in 2023, a better offense is always going to be good defense. But back then, I can't necessarily agree with that because of where the evolution of the game was at the time.
Here we have it. We got it's right here. You got the first 8 guys that coach pulled off the bench. We all are in sync. The first 8 guys. No, it's like, okay, if I come out and here comes Corliss. You seen Corliss getting some buckets. Boom. If Ben come out, then here comes Mehmet. Then, you see Mehmet getting buckets. Then Big Eldon Campbell. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like, our first 8 guys, we were all in tune. So, and then, we were out there talking, so it was no mistakes with nothing for us on defense. And that's what we were at them. Like Lindsey coming off of that bench, he was our guard. Him and Mike James, we were like, damn, who will bring the ball up between them two? You know what I'm saying? That's a whole lot of, just them two, they could do their own press, and it's a whole lot of they got to toss the ball at. But man, it was great times, man. And defense was the name of the game back then.
You are now leading the game in scoring with 1:46 left in the third quarter. You're leading scoring with 10 total points. Man, look at everything we see here. Is that who's number 3? That's Al Harrington.
Al Harrington.
That's Al Harrington? Oh my God, I can tell by the headband. But, he breaks. Look at this.
He right there, too.
He gets Okur off his feet, but look who's there to help because we have a whole bunch of bodies standing there in the paint. Everything's living in the mid-range. We have not evolved yet to the point of big guys being able to stand outside the three-point line and make defenses pay for packing the paint. And it really wasn't all that long ago. We're talking 19 years that the game looked like this, and it has evolved now into guys like Andre Drummond. Imagine Ben Wallace today, Rasheed, shooting threes because he would have to survive in the style, but not back then. And there was a whole bunch of carnage and rim warfare down there in the paint in the conference finals.
Hell yeah, and they let everything go because that's grown men basketball now. You know what I'm saying? The regular season, okay, that's for the fun, to sell the tickets, for the games, this and that, bringing a family, hot dogs, blah blah blah. But playoff basketball, hey, that's grown man shit right there, man. That ain't for the faint-hearted right there. Because at the end of the day, I'm going for that gold ball, dog. That's my whole goal. Yeah. You standing in the way, and I gotta run through you, knock you over, run over you, whatever. I'm gonna get by you to get to that fucking gold ball, bro.
back in 2004 and before that, this was before the age of the CBA now being able to pay players $40 million with mid-level exceptions, NBA 2K sponsorships. Everyone has investments in the same companies. You were compensated based on your performance for the most part. Of course, there were some players that had deals with Nike and Sprite, the Jordans of the world, but most of the guys on the floor here, they were able to put bread on the table, and I'm speaking both in terms of money and actual bread, based on if we won or lost the game, which is why you got this level of intensity, because the results of which mattered so much more. And there was no holding hands and singing Kumbaya together because we're friends off the court, we're business partners, and this is all just part of that. No, it was more
none of that
death.
jersey swap shit. We didn't swap all that jersey shit after the game, didn't take a picture. Like, no, fuck out of here. I'm trying to take your head off. I apologize to your wife after. I apologize to my Duke after, but they know what it is.
What would you have said to Reggie Miller if he came over and said, hey, let's swap and pose for the cameras after game 1 or game 2 like this?
No, I just looked at it. And Reggie, that's my guy. Again, Reggie Miller, that's my guy. That's my big brother. I would just look at him like he's crazy and kept on walking. Now that type of shit you do when the series is over. If you want to do it on the court, when the series, that last final game, whatever it is, game 4, game 7, game 5, 6, whatever, when the series is over, okay, yeah, now we can do that. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even if, again, off of the court during the series and my family there, your family here, we happen to bump into each other at the restaurant, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We do that because, you know, that's all love right there. But on that hardwood, though, nah, fuck out of here. I ain't trying to take no pictures with your ass.
I miss this. I miss this world. The early 2000s was the best time to be alive in terms of culture, technology, sports, and music, and just the way people's perspective of the original LeBron chase down right there. He comes from half court on a strong side. That Reggie Miller? No. Oh my Lord, how deep is he in the crowd?
Oh, he gave it all out. That's what busting your ass is. Look how far he is into the crowd.
It's like 8 rows deep.
He sacrificed. That's what you call sacrificing your body right there. Because you know why? Because Tayshaun knew what was at stake right there. We can't lose this game because it's going to be a game changer in the series. Look, watch this, man, slow mo. Watch this. And I had I still might have it somewhere in my house. I have a picture. It's from this when the NBA did the camera from up top of the basket.
Yeah.
I have a picture to show that it wasn't goaltending. That ball is about that far away from the backboard. And you see Tayshaun fingers on the ball. And it was just a great block. That was like, man, that was one of the greatest plays that I've ever seen in the NBA. And I was thankful to be part of it. Because, man, that was...
Can I say the quiet part out loud? And I'm only doing this because I have you to back me up. But as we watch the replay here, I kind of feel like Reggie Miller went up like a bitch there. Why didn't he go up any... That's to tie the game. And that was a practice line layup attempt.
Because look at it. When in the film, right? When they show it again, when he looked back, it's nobody in the half court with him.
Okay, all right, you're right.
There's nobody with him. And then, boom! So it's like soon as he turns his head to go back and take that last dribble or two, boom! Here comes Tayshaun out of nowhere and got that good block.
Yeah, it's easy for me to say in hindsight, you know, playing Monday morning quarterback, he should have just punched that shit because he looks like he's getting nervous and he's slowly putting it up there, looking over his shoulder. But to your point, Tayshaun made up so much ground and this dark cloud just appears. Here you go walking off the court here saying, I told y'all, I already know what's coming out of your mouth. I told y'all, the guarantee. We'll see you in Detroit. We're coming back here 3-1.
Yeah.
I know that's what's coming out of your mouth right now.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I told you motherfuckers we was gonna win this. Oh man, they hated me in Indiana during that series, bro. Let me tell you. Look, it was almost like, man, I might have to have somebody else order food for me or some shit like that, yo. Like,
did you have an alien sheet when you went on the road, or like you said, my room is under John Smith or something?
Yeah, we all had aliases. And then, you know, it was against hotel policy for when you did order room service and boom, you open the door. Oh shit, hey, Rasheed Wallace, boom. You can't, share that amongst others because I will say my whole tenure in the NBA, I never had nobody, no phantom person just come up and knock on my door.
Interesting. It was a different world back then, but the Guaransheed come through. We're headed back to Detroit. We know what happens from there. Awesome, memorable chase down block by Tayshaun Prince, which because it wasn't LeBron, it doesn't live in the same, live in perpetuity the same way, but it sure as hell does with the players and the fans because that was a moment in which saved the game, got it back to Detroit with home court advantage, and ultimately the championship reign begins.